Hustle culture is killing us. I feel like chasing money is the biggest illusion of this century. The hustle culture was designed to keep us even more entrenched in this hamster wheel that we call life. I realize to some degree hustle culture is necessary, but it's definitely taken a turn for the worse. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all these companies, and really jobs in general. A lot of these jobs are paying you commission based or how by your performance. It's all this illusion that if you just work hard enough, well, then you're gonna get a bunch of money. A lot of the times they set it up, especially nowadays, so that you just keep spinning your wheels. There is a guy I watch, no need for his name, but he does DoorDash and Lyft, and I've seen him hustle so hard. He would do DoorDash, he would gamble, work a job, and it just never seemed to work out. And I was like, here this guy is working 60, 70, maybe even more hours a week, and he's not getting anywhere. And I thought to myself, with the maintenance, the gas, the oil changes, he's probably not really making that much money. And the mileage, he says he writes that stuff off, cool. I just don't see him getting as that far. You're striving to make the most amount of money. But the crazy part is to work even harder than your body can handle. Because let me back up, 40 hours a week really isn't sustainable for people. But they set it up that way so kind of keep you exhausted so you don't have to fight back because you're too tired. But it's very boring and very just monotonous to make money. But they want to glam it up and make it look sexy, right? Because then you'll buy into it, right? Actually, the way I figured out how to really build money is just have a surplus, right? Like literally, if your bills are $1,000 and you make $2,000, that's a surplus of $1,000. And then you just need to keep that money. Now, it's not gonna feel amazing. It's not gonna feel great, but that'll be better than you hustling, you trying to flip that $1,000. Even the word flip sounds silly because inevitably you're just gonna lose it because you're gambling, which I also figured out too, that you can't gamble your way to riches. Even if you believe you can, you really can't. But these hustle cultures, it's toxic, and you never get out ahead. You never really win. There's so many examples of people door dashing, or even now, at least with being a server, there is a good possibility you can make some good money. But all I'm saying is, in this type of economy, they've taken hustling and pushed to the extreme of overworking yourself, so then you spend more, right? Because if you have to work 100 hours, there will be something that takes a hit. You're not just gonna work 100 hours and that be it. You're gonna drink more Red Bulls. You're gonna go to Wendy's because you're working all the time. You need to enjoy yourself somehow. So you're already spending more. Then your body's exhausted. What does that mean in the future? Does that mean you pay more in healthcare? And it's just like, I just wonder if that's even the way. I've been looking at it as, if I can just lower my bills and figure out how to sustain that, that would be more healthy than working myself to death. Now, to some degree, you do have to work hard. I'm not saying you don't, but hustling and trying to do this and trying to flip that and gambling and all this stuff, it doesn't work. It's rigged. You'd be better off, I guess, instead of hustling, you should probably just try to save money and pay down any debts and lower your bills. that would help you more than grinding it out and pushing yourself to super insane limits. Realize you can't beat the system. I tried. I swear I had everything and it just didn't work. Maybe it'll pan out for me in the future, but essentially it didn't work out for me because I tried to hustle too hard. I tried to do too much stuff at once, try to take this, flip this, and although I am left with some things, I do have a decent bit of stuff of value. I just stubbed my toe a lot, and I would have just been a lot better off just working and figuring my situation out. Hustle culture can also be dangerous at times. There's a lot of people, like for example, the guy that I was watching on YouTube, there were a lot of times where he'd be almost falling asleep at the wheel. He'd be streaming while he's driving, and these type of things combined can be really detrimental, right? And maybe not in that, actually in that scenario, but I'm saying maybe in your scenario, just you overworking yourself never equals out to a good life. Now, working hard is not a bad thing in and of itself, but I'm saying if you're pushing yourself beyond your limits, that's not sustainable. I'm now looking for more of a sustainable way to make money where I'm not jumping through hula hoops or forcing myself to do something I don't want to do. This is strictly just, I'm creating a good lifestyle, basically. Instead of one where I'm hustling, running back and forth, I'm looking for a lifestyle that's more comfortable, more on my terms, and where I can control a lot more than I feel like I could if I was just hustling and exhausting myself, which can be the solution in some cases, a lot of cases, but there is a point when it becomes toxic and you're destroying yourself. So, yep, just let me know if you guys want to see anything. Peace.